Welcome. Let's learn how to create accessibility isochrones and how to assign value to them. So there are two input layers that are important here, daily amenities and daily shops. We're going to select by location to only select the points of interest that are within our case study area. If not, there's too much points, it's too hard to run a isochrone analysis. So you're going to go ahead and use select by location from the processing toolbox to select all daily amenities within San Marino boundary. So you're telling the features to be selected from amenities and the overlay layer from boundaries _ San Marino. Execute that, and you can repeat it again for the same input layer of daily shops as well. Here we're just going to speed it up because it's the same exercise again. So again, select by location, assigning your features and the overlay layer, and making sure you have that selected and export the selected layer as a new geo package or shapefile. Let's now go to our ORSTools, which you should have set up beforehand. You have got your API going. Just to double check, it's under the settings itself. You can increase the amount of time limit to make sure that it can handle a larger data set. We're going to go to batch jobs and isochrone from layer. We're going to make sure it's either daily shops or daily amenities as the input for the dimensions of time. Mode of foot walking, and time we would like it to run 3 isochrones of 5 to 10 to 15 minutes walking. And let's set the plugin to run. It should be quite fast depending on how fast the free server is and how many points you have. There we go. Here are your isochrones. It automatically visualizes it for you in 3 different colors. Remember to save it because this is not a permanent layer and you will lose it if your program crashes at this point. It's probably difficult to save as a geo package file. It sometimes has that plugin error, so we'll just save it as a shapefile instead. Think of the shapefile as a Word document and then the geo package as a compressed version of the Word document, like a zip file. So let's go ahead and repeat the same ORSTools plugin. Batch jobs again from isochrone from layers, foot walking as mode. This is the other input layers. In this case, it's probably amenities because we just did shops. Same idea of time using 5, 10, 15 minutes. And you can change the location type to destination because usually we'll walk from there and run the isochrone again. I think there's a little bit more points here, so it's likely that it will throw up an error. Don't worry, this is very common with ORSTools. Anytime you hit the server limit, which is about 20 to 40 points, if I'm not wrong, it will keep telling you over query limit, it's retrying. This is why we went ahead and increased the time limit so that it would have time enough to run. I usually just go and get a cup of coffee or tea waiting for this thing to run. It usually works out in the end. So be patient. This is the key at this point for this step of exercise. So always remember to save whatever temporary file that you have gotten. You will see with this little icon on the right hand side that it's temporary. You want to rename it so that it's not too confusing which isochrone layer is which one. And we're just going to go ahead and use the same exercise of assigning value to the isochrone before intersecting it with the grid itself. So you see there are 3 types of possibilities in terms of value. The mode of travel is always called AA_mode. We're going to go ahead to the attribute table and we're going to make sure it's in edit mode by turning on the yellow pencil to the top left corner. Right there. And then to add a new field, and this one we're just going to call value. And it should be a decimal number, a real number. This is fine. We can leave it as it is. And we're going to go assign value by first filtering for the 5 minutes of travel. So it picks up all the isochrones that are within 5 minutes. You can also do from 15 instead. It's just, we'll just say everything equals 2. Five minutes, we're going to select features. And we'll go ahead and change the value according to if it's 15, it should be 1. If it's 10, it's then 2. 5 minutes, then 3. So the highest is the shortest amount of time you need to go to your destination. So always make sure to, after filter and assigning a value, to press the deselect button before you filter and go ahead for the next value. If you're happy with this version, just go ahead and repeat the same thing for the next input layer, which will also need a assignment of value before we can intersect it with the grid in the next step. Thanks for watching.